Okay, and we are ready to kick off the modern era. And boy, haven't we had a good start here, haven't we? Okay. In all seriousness, right, guys, okay, you all know I don't like Sonic 06 very much, and, but, you know, at the end of the day, it is Sonic's 15th anniversary game. We're not going to be able to escape that. It is a part of Sonic's history, you know, for better or for worse. And I don't outright hate the fact, okay, I hate this, but I don't outright hate the fact that they chose a level from the game. In fact, I'm actually quite pleased they chose this particular level. And some of you might be saying, you know, it's another city-themed level. If you're going to call this a city-themed level, you're kind of missing the point of it. You know, it's like, that's not really the whole focus of that level, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, in terms of, you know, set, there's really no other level like it, because, you know, you'll have all these explosions and the post-apocalypticness and, of course, the fire enemy things. I think this level is going to be freaking awesome, because out of all the levels in Sonic 06, this was really the only one that was worth salvaging, you know. And even then, it was arguably the worst, in my opinion, to play. But if they can actually make the game, you know, in both modern and classic style, which we know is going to kick ass, then playing through this level with this music and, you know, this sort of activity going on, all these explosions, it's going to be fucking amazing. And I really can't wait to see it. Just something like from Sonic 06 that's good. It will blow my mind, it will. We haven't actually seen any footage of this yet, and I'm guessing it's going to be the last level they show off for fairly obvious reasons, but in any case, I'm actually really looking forward to this. You know, when I first got the game, of course, you know, I was mega disappointed. It was terrible, and I've went on about this so much. I've kind of gained this reputation of being like the biggest hater of this game, but I don't know, I can sort of look back on it and smile, really. I still hate the game, but I don't hate it to the point where I don't want to talk about it, or anything to do with it is I'll instantly hate, you know, so yeah. I think it's going to be one of the best levels in the game, if I'm honest, if they pull the level off right, that is, because there's a lot of potential here. Anything else to say? Not really. We're not even two-thirds through the... not even a third through the level today. But yeah, it's like, even though I know this is part of the modern era, you know, it still uses the sort of Dreamcast era control scheme, you know, that they kind of decided failed, and then they went on to make, you know, the Unleashed control scheme with quick stepping and going into 2D segments as well. That was definitely a good choice, because, you know, you couldn't keep making Sonic games like this. If that game had played like that, you know, back in 2006, it definitely would have been one of the best friggin' Sonic games ever. But it didn't. It played like this, in all of its glitchified glory. And even these segments here, where you don't even have to touch the controller, you know, there's even, if they recreate these, like this part right here, there's going to be a bit of interactiveness with it, you know, because obviously you'll be able to boost now. You know, boosting has always made the sort of scripted events of modern Sonic games feel a bit more interactive, at least to me, you know. God, I nearly died here. I don't think I died at all during this level, which was a friggin' miracle. Although I did encounter one or two of my favourite glitches, particularly. Pacha. Yeah, this bit here, you know, it's just absolutely filled with like these scripted loop events, and these are actually the best parts of the game, you know. Again, if they sort of recreate this loop, it'll be friggin' awesome in Generations. I can only imagine what the classic segment will be like. I mean, I'll probably borrow from it a wee bit, but I can't see them doing too much. Like, you know, this bit. I'm guessing this part's going to be in the classic segment, you know, being inside the tornado. This is just another one of these great, you know, sort of set-piece moments that they can exploit without the big long loading screens, you know. Because this is friggin' awesome, you know. It'll probably look really good in 3D as well, but yeah, that's my prediction, you know. Classic Classic Sonic's Crisis City level is going to feature, you know, being inside the tornado at some point. And of course the end of this level, which is the worst part of this level, when you're being chased by the fire tornado, you know, that's going to be modern Sonic right there. You know, he's going to have to quick step to avoid, you know, car wreckage and all that, and it's going to be actually possible to get through without dying and stuff, and it's going to be friggin' awesome. This level will be awesome. I'm very confident in saying that, and I'm really happy they actually chose it. And again, you know, I'm not pissed that it's a city-themed level in that, because again, you know, you're calling this a city-themed level, you're missing the point. I mean, does it look like a city-themed level? It looks more like Perfect Chaos had his way with this city. But yeah, there's really not much else to say here, so I'll just leave you with I'll just leave you with this part here. Yeah, again, you know, it's gonna this part. Just imagine this part here, you know, quick stepping and playing with a boost feature and playing it with modern Sonic. You know, it's gonna be friggin' amazing. So yeah, see you at the next game, guys.
That tornado's carrying a car. Easy, no sweat.
Okay, and here we have our final city-themed level. So yeah, this is a Spagonia, also known as a rooftop run from Sonic Unleashed. Now, I recently played through Sonic Unleashed again. I rebought it for PS3. For those of you that don't know, I'm kind of trying to rebuild my PS3 collection by replacing my 360 multiplat, so Sonic Unleashed was obviously the one I got. Sonic is not completely maxed out, as you can see his speed gauge isn't all the way up, so I haven't done that yet, but I still made it to this level, and yeah. Sonic Unleashed daytime levels, you know, when this game first came out, you know, it really gave you hope for Sonic, especially after Sonic 06. I mean, yeah, the Werehog's a load of old pish, but it's still, and again, in terms of, you know, picking a level to represent a game, you know, you couldn't really have picked one other than Spagonia. It's just a really, really awesome level. And it doesn't bug me as much. Again, it's a city-themed level, but it feels like there's enough variety to it to distinguish it itself from the rest of them, you know, unlike Speed Highway. And if you've seen, there has been some little bits of footage from Spagonia, and like all the other levels, it looks absolutely beautiful. They've added a couple things like balloons in the sky, and there's some trees, so a majority of the level will have leaves blowing. And if they pull that off with a 3D effect, that would be fucking amazing. But yeah, it looks really different, even though it is running on the same engine as Sonic Unleashed, which was released 3 years ago. It looks really distinctive from this. And frankly, yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing level. But yeah, in terms of, apparently there is a little rumour, I have no idea if this is true, apparently there is a little rumour that we're going to be seeing a classic Werehog in Sonic Generations. I have no idea how they would pull that off. If they do, you know, whatever, but yeah. I guess one thing I would like to see is maybe just one or two like little nods to the nighttime section of Spagonia with the Werehog, because there have been a few screenshots released, and I saw one of a classic gameplay, and I could be wrong, but it looks like it's taking place at night. You know, I saw like some I don't know, it just looked a lot darker than what Spagonia usually looks like. So if the classic, you know, section of Spagonia transitions into night or something, and maybe, you know, it has some set piece moments from nighttime Spagonia, you know, that would be awesome. I would love that. But the less said about the Werehog, the better. And also, they were really pushing the whole balloon gimmick, from what I can see as well, for this version. Yeah, this level is friggin' awesome. Not my favourite. My favourite actually is oh yeah, they've recreated this part here as well. My favourite would have to be Holoska, but I can see why they wouldn't recreate that one, because again, that would just be like, that was just supposed to be Ice Cap from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This is a level that really feels fresh and is very awesome, so I completely understand why they chose it. But yeah, it's really hard for me to describe what I feel about Sonic Unleashed as a game, though, because, you know, even the daytime levels have their sort of like little problems and stuff, like QuickTime events. I hate the fact that they implemented QuickTime events. They've really fixed that with colors, and looking at it, they've fixed it with generations as well, just by tapping buttons or adding a little combo system. But yeah, especially Eggman Land. Fuck that level. Fuck that level so much. But yeah, despite, you know, how I feel about Unleashed, you know, I really gotta give credit where credit is due, and I'm really pleased it sort of like redefined the Sonic formula. And I can see Sonic using this sort of formula, you know, from now on for his 3D games, because it definitely works. Yeah, now we're sort of running along this big huge trail here. Can't get hit from this thing. Oh, those enemies will be in the level, by the way. I've seen screenshots. You can't avoid getting hit by them. And yeah, we just pretty much boost all the way to the end now. And yeah, that's pretty much a rooftop run right there. Again, can't wait to see the level. It'll definitely be the one that's changed the least from its original form, because again, you know, it's running off the same engine and stuff. Even Sonic Colors, even though it was out 1 year ago, it is going to be in HD and it will look beautiful and stuff. In any case, this is a rooftop run, very good level, and I'm glad it's a good game, so the other ones, but yeah. And I'll see you for the final level of the game, guys.
No problem.
And here's the final level that they've chosen for Sonic Generations. It's Planet Wisp from Sonic Colors. Now, as of now, there's been one screenshot of this level released, and it just shows off like the very beginning of the level right here, and it looks fucking beautiful. Okay, I mean, this is a Wii game, and it already, you know, it's absolutely just vibrant and friggin' just jaw-dropping. Seeing this game running on the Hedgehog engine is going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah. But yeah, Sonic Colors was definitely, you know, one of the best Sonic games in years, and that game's existence really, you know, fills me with joy, as corny as that sounds. And they really could have chosen any level from that game, and I wouldn't have complained. Choosing Planet Wisp, you know, it's definitely the most beautiful level in the game, so it's going to be really sweet to see it. And again, I said this already in this sort of like feature, but there's going to be wisps to use in this one level. Apparently it's going to be, from what I've heard, I think it's going to be the Spike Wisp, which you just saw, and this Wisp, the Rocket Wisp. I guess it makes sense that, you know, these two Wisps would be used because they're used in this particular level. I was going to do all 6 acts, but that would have taken too long, so I only did the first act, but yeah. I imagine they'll be like recreating events from all of the acts, you know, like climbing the sort of like tower under construction, and stuff like that. I hope they do that tower thing though. You know, that was like I really loved that part of the level. And I hope we have an announcer saying this shit. But yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful level. I cannot wait to see it running on the Hedgehog engine, really. Not much else to say, really. It still is gonna be really weird because the game is so recent, but it will feel, you know, like an evolved version of the level because it will be in HD. I've said that about 3 times already, but yeah. And I just hit the spikes because I'm an idiot. Almost reminds me of Windy Valley for some reason, Planet Wisp. Maybe it's because it's sort of a semi-mechanical level, which is Windy Valley's sort of like that, you know. Mind you, I guess this one's a bit more mechanical than natural, and it doesn't take place in the sky. Yeah, the level just ends off here with some Wisp puzzle thing here. And there's the goal rag. Yeah, really short level. Maybe I should have done like one more act, but I've said pretty much everything I wanted to say. And that wraps up the Generations recap. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoy Sonic Generations when it comes out, because I know I sure as hell will. Can't fucking wait. But yeah, that's that. See yous after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.